said here on this side panel right below the lace holes, and that's the same on both the lateral and the medial sides there. Now, on the this is the countdown pack here. As you can see, the holes here, and there are more of them, and they're spaced a lot closer together here. Okay, on there and there. All right, and even on, and let me point this out here. I just noticed this. Even on the back here, as you can see, and then looking at, they're much closer here on the countdown pack version. Now, on the 2011 version, it's much closer to the 2001, as you can see here. You can look at the spacing. Let me get a little closer. The holes there is closer to the 2001 version. There we go. There's a good bang. There's a good view. There. And then let me show you on the medial side there. The video is running a little long here, so let me hurry up. I'm just going to work my way back down, and then I'll be, wrap this puppy up here. Now, when they were faking 4s and 5s, well, 3s and 4s, and they still are, one of the things was, the big thing were the stars. Oh, if they're imprinted this way, on here, and granted, of course, like I said, they have been worn, but as you can see, the stars, while still pretty evident, they're not protruding a whole lot, but you can definitely see them here. Okay, you get it closer. Now, on the countdown pack, it's very similar in terms of how much they protrude. They don't run quite the same, but you can still kind of, it's very evident that they're there. Now, on 2011, the stars are much more prominent in terms of how they protrude. So if you can tell, they are much more, they stick out more than they do there with the CDP, and even there with the 2001s. Now, one other thing on the tongue here, and you can't really tell here. It's even hard for me to tell. Some people have said, okay, yeah, I can tell now. Oh wow, yeah. Now that I look at it, wow. The actual colors of the Jumpmans on the tongue here is actually different. For some reason, the light, it appears to be kind of orange in here, so that's filtering into the abundance of red on these shoes, so you might not be able to tell. But let me see if I can get the camera. Yeah, the 2001 and the CDP are closer to that shade of fire red, I guess you could call it. I think that's what it is. Let's look on the box and see. Now with the 2011s, let's say. Now with the 2011, it's definitely closer to a varsity red, I would say. Yeah, varsity red, because that's what it is. So, I mean, that's a subtle difference, and it also, you can see here on the lace holes there, and also there. So the red is a difference. I'll show you one other. Just not only how the tongue sits here, and I don't know if you can see how the top of the tongue is here in terms of it being, I guess, kind of folded in. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about the materials. It's still somewhat like that on the countdown pack. Now, with this, the top more or less, it doesn't kind of sit even how these or these sits. The red portion more or less comes over a little bit and folds into the top of the tongue. That's a small difference, but you know, it is there. Getting, of course, to the bottom. Of course, you can really see it. There's a color difference here, with these are the countdown pack here, and this is the 2011 version on the bottom. As you can see, this varsity red here and the fire red here, and how different that is. I don't know if this will show up as well. You can somewhat see it even on the 2001, but like I said, with these being 11 years old, might have been a little bit of a difference, but you can see the subtle change in color both here on the red portion, the pivot point there, and then in the Jordan section here. Just gonna wrap up here. Almost done. Of course, the biggest difference, of course, as you can see, you got the Nike Air here on the back of the 2001, here on the 2011, and the countdown pack. You've got the Jumpman and the Air on the back. And the last thing is actually part of the midsole here, and I don't know if it shows up, but this midsole is once again, of course, I did an early paint job on it before I knew what I was doing, before I understood dulling down paint, but actually the midsole here is not as shiny or as glossy as it may look on here, and even some of that was still retained on the CDP version here. On this one, as you can see, particularly this black portion right here is much shinier, and the midsole just has a glossier look to it. I don't know. I would show you the inner. I don't know if you can tell. Oh yeah, you can. As you can see, this one is red on the CDP. This one is gray, and there's your red Jumpman there on the 2011, and on the 99. Let me stuff that down in there. There is it's gray, and the sock liner is red. And if you look, the Nike Air is still intact on the insole. So this pretty much wraps up my comparison video. I knew there were some differences. I see some other videos, decided to do one myself. I mean, there are some subtle differences, but like I said, I'm not doing one on the materials and the quality and all that type stuff. Just some of the differences that were just evident rather, just in the shoe themselves. So that is it. So yeah, check it out. Give me any comments or feedback that you have. Sorry, it ran a little long. I tried to be as brief as I could, but I started noticing more and more things. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and this is your man Air Jordan 14 signing off. But before we do, you know how we end every video. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it, and you can. Screw it. So, man, Air Jordan 14, wishing everyone happy kicks and peace.